good, everybody? This is your girl, Bella J. I am back. Mwah. Yes, my guppies, I am back. I am feeling much better. If you follow me on my Facebook like page, you know I've posted already twice that I was in the hospital. What no one knows is that I was 3 times in the hospital. So Memorial weekend, that Monday through Friday, Memorial week, I was hospitalized. And then this past Sunday to Monday, I was hospitalized. I had signed out AMA, which is against medical advice. And then I ended up back in the hospital on Tuesday till this morning, which I was at Lenox Hill. So let me explain something right now. This is not a joke, and I am gonna give the biggest disclaimer right now. There is no judgment. I am keeping it real. Your girl, Bella J, keeps it as real as possible, and I am not gonna, this is something that's not gonna sit well with people, and I really need you to understand there is no judgment here, and if you are uncomfortable, please just exit out of the video, and it's okay. For those who continue to watch, thank you for your support. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. My channel is eclectic. It is a melting pot. It is what we Hispanics call a sancocho, or big vianda, which is a mixture of everything to make this awesome dish. Well, in my channel, I try to do different things because I'm not just one way. I definitely am like an octopus with a lot of tentacles. So let's get to the topic at hand, why I was hospitalized, shall we? So I have the Thursday before Memorial, I had an endoscopy done, and I have gastritis caused by H. pylori. That's what the doctor said. He called it a scratch in my stomach. A bit of diverticulosis or diverticulitis. He said diverticulosis. And then that was that. Now, that Monday, I wound up back in the hospital because I had uncontrollable vomiting. It just, the gagging and the reflex would not stop. It was continuous. It was literally the worst feeling of all. My apologies, I didn't mean for that to happen. It was the worst feeling of all. Not being able to stop gagging and puking and had diarrhea at times, and it put a lot of pressure on my bladder, which I was having accidents at the hospital that I had to throw away clothes, literally already twice. Throw away clothes. Fine. So I was hospitalized that week. They were giving me antibiotics orally, and then the vomiting happened in front of them. Not only the first day, but the second day, and they basically were trying to keep that under control. Forget about diverticulitis, whatever. Now, mind you, they did a CAT scan at the first hospital, and they did not use a dye contrast. They just performed the CAT scan. That was it. So they did find diverticulosis or diverticulitis and hiatal hernia, as well as my gastritis. Fine. Fast forward. This past Sunday. So on a normal, I am a recreational marijuana user. Yes. And I was using it prior to as a sleep aid because I needed to sleep. Anxiety, a lot on my mind. You gotta forgive me, I'm hot. A lot on my mind, the anxiety, the stress with work, and just a lot of different things was taking a toll on me. So I basically turned to the bud, and I was doing it a little bit too much this time, which was, you know, just about every day, literally every day. I didn't do the wake and bake only on the weekends. This time around, it's a wrap. I fall under that percentage of people that marijuana actually causes you to vomit. So there is a thing of that. Whereas some people, it stops the nausea, the vomiting, and all that stuff. For me, it actually triggers it. That's what they're saying. However, going to the hospital this time around, Sunday, yes, I did a wake and bake, about a half a blunt. And then that afternoon, I had some spicy food. and I could have had the munchies and was just eating just a little too much and not letting the food settle. Whatever the case may be, I was vomiting. So everything went out the window, diarrhea, vomiting, done. So you fast forward to that evening, the pain was severe. And the gagging, it was just continuous. It did not stop. So I ended up going to the hospital. I went to Jacoby this time around, and they did nothing for me. No offense, this is not to put down any hospital, but we all know when we go to certain doctors and hospitals who does their job and who doesn't. Fine. So now fast forward, I signed out against medical advice because you're not treating me for anything. You're just trying to stop the vomiting, but I'm in pain. So I said, just send whatever you're sending to the pharmacy. I'm gonna go home. I did. I came home Monday evening. So you gotta forgive me, I'm hot. So then Tuesday, I go to work. I'm shaky. I had not eaten anything since the hospital. I had not drank anything. I came home and went straight to sleep. That was it. Told my daughter, get the rest of the bud out of my room. I don't want it. I don't want to know about it. Don't get me wrong. I would love to smoke a L right now, which is another word for a blunt, a joint, marijuana. The answer is no. As a matter of fact, I don't even have a taste for it. I look at it and I'm like, okay, nice. Considering where I was at in the hospital and the marks from the IV, them trying to get blood and put an IV, the answer is no. I'm okay. So now we're at the new hospital. Tuesday I go to work. I wasn't smoking. I literally had a medium Dunkin' iced coffee. Not a latte, an iced coffee. 2 sugars, almond milk, whipped cream. Simple. A cinnamon raisin bagel with butter on both sides and jelly. I had one whole part of the bagel and then there was the other part. And I basically threw away the other half and threw away half of my iced coffee. I didn't even want it no more. And this was not even 8 o'clock in the morning. So about 6:37, 7:45, around there. I get to Manhattan, is already past 8:20. I decided to get a smoothie from the truck. Yet and still, mind you, this was blueberry, banana, and mango. 3 ingredients in a simple, small smoothie. Within an hour and a half, not even 2 hours, I was in pain. Extreme pain to the point that it started causing me to gag and reflex, and next thing you know, my body is trying to kick out whatever I ate. And throwing up the liquids. What I was eating, what I drank basically, which was the smoothie. The smoothie was raw vegetables and fruit, basically raw fruit. Oh yeah, isn't that awesome? Sweet, right? Okay. Now, I get to 59th Street, I leave, I go to work. I'm getting sick within not even 2 hours at work, and I'm getting sick, and I said I have to go home. I need to go to the doctor. I called the doctor. I was heading straight to the doctor, and then the pain was getting worse, so I said, let me figure out which hospital I'm going to go to. Do I want to go to the Montefiore on the 4 line or the Montefiore on the 2 line? Didn't even happen. I got off at 59th Street because I was on the 6 train. And, you know, there's Christian people on the platform. So one of them literally came by my aid and the MTA worker, and I was like, you have to call the ambulance. I don't feel good. I really, the spit is getting a little bit more, and I'm spitting up and everything. We get upstairs. They take me to Lenox Hill. They was like, what hospital? Either Northwell or Lenox Hill. I was like, Lenox Hill. Northwell is Lenox Hill. So they took me, instead of Cornell Northwell, is Lenox Hill Northwell. So I went to Lenox Hill Northwell. It's part of the Northwell network, I believe. Forgive me if I'm wrong. So then I get there. I explain everything, what I did, what I ate, down to what I drank. Throwing up, I'm in pain. The morphine is not helping me. They gave me a stronger medicine. That finally kicked in. They got the vomiting under control, and I was literally transferred upstairs. I was hospitalized immediately. It took some hours, but I was hospitalized and I was transferred upstairs to my bed. And basically, no more vomiting after that. They got it under control. They were giving me IV antibiotics, but it is diverticulitis. They did a CAT scan with dye. They put the dye and the IV to light up my insides, and they found so much stuff. Not only did they find a fatty tumor, which I want to get that checked out for stomach cancer, they found that my uterus is enlarged, overall enlarged. I haven't gotten my period in 3 months, just about. They see the diverticulitis and the hiatal hernia. My liver is enlarged, and she says that is because of my weight. I dropped weight. So from being 312, my highest, or 315, I am now down to what the nurse says, 291. I say 295.5. She took away from my clothing, 291. Basically, I done dropped weight. I am under the 300-pound mark. That's not cool. It really isn't. Mind you, at the hospital, I weighed 297, and you fast forward, now I'm 295. I mean, yeah, 295. All I have to say is this. Take care of yourself. Listen to your body and really know what you're putting into your system. And I'm going to leave a link below. I just found out a site that they were talking about eating raw vegetables and fruits can actually cause the pain. I have to eat canned vegetables, canned fruit. I never heard of that, but it's diverticulitis, and I have acute now. Everyone is different. You have to listen to your body. Please listen to your body. I can't stress this amount. And I gave up the bud. Now I have to give up coffee, because to know that what I had, I don't know if it was the coffee or the smoothie. It could have been the smoothie, because the smoothie was raw fruits. And this website, when you click the link below, it says not to have that, because it actually does the opposite. But they said everybody is different. I don't know what to tell you, except that I'm home, and I was supposed to be in Texas today, and I'm not in Texas because I just got out the hospital earlier. Yeah, by the time I would have landed in Texas is the time that I got out the hospital. That is not cool, and it is hot. I don't even know how to feel or what to say. Neither here nor there. There is no judgment. I just wanted to explain what's going on. Comment below, health-wise, does anybody go through this? Have you had any symptoms? And if so, head to your doctor right away. There's no negotiation. My life is too important right now, and I'm at a new journey in time right now, and I had plans set in place, and now everything's on a halt because of this, which may be God sent, so that I may create my list, my hit list, and handle everything that needs to be handled before I make my next move. Go figure. Let me know what's good.